66 street stocks in the pits here tonight. All right, here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Heingardner with the jump off turn number 2. As Bill Rivard slips up the track. Here comes Chris making it 3 wide on the inside. Johnson and Rivard to his outside. They single it out as they come off turn 4. Still side by side. Robert Chris and Johnson. Johnson gets sideways. Bill Rivard going to slide by him as the inside line opens up. Robert Crisp now going for the lead as they head into turn 3. Moves up underneath Heingardner. They rub a little bit off of turn number 4. Heingardner trying to guard that spot, but Robert Crisp down to the inside. Now see if he gets a bite off turn 2, and he does. He'll slide by on the inside. Crisp will take the lead. He's going to bring Corky Craver alongside. Corky Craver trying to follow him through underneath Heingardner. He gets a little sideways that time off 4. Mike Carr, the 72 car, just slid his way up into the 4th spot, looking for 3rd as he battles with Heingardner down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Pat Grimes just started way back in the field. He is working on Johnson in the battle for 6th spot. Whoa, Carr and the Heingardner got together. Heingardner gathers it back in. Carr now 3rd, Johnson 4th. Now the battle for 5th spot between Heingardner and Pat Grimes. 3 wide racing into turn 3 while Bill Rivard gets shoved up by Shelton and Kidd in the 6 as they were battling through on the inside. Robert Crisp still holding the lead down the backstretch with Corky Craver in 2nd. Mike Carr is 3rd. White flag coming out for your leader. Robert Crisp trying to hold off Corky Craver. Corky going to try maybe the outside in turn 3. Looked for a moment. As they come off turn number 4, checkered flag comes out, and the winner will be Robert Crisp. 2nd spot to Corky Craver. 3rd spot to Mike Carr. 4th spot to the 60 of Johnson. And 5th spot from the back of the field, Pat Grimes in the 00. So the first Auto Trader Street Stock heat event out of the way. Heat race.
They're on the car. So he just wanted to thank them for coming on and helping him out.
It's out of St. Pete, the Florida's finest landscaping, Pinellas Diesel and Kenny's Lawn and Landscape Special. Rounding out the field, Skip Orchris in the 52. And Grant Manchester in the 9. Grant Manchester, new car in the 9. Tried to come in the wrong pit entrance early, but he's got it all straightened out. He's on the racetrack. Green flag is out. Here we go. Baldwin in the 57 trying to get the early jump, but here comes the 71 of Bartlett and Leacock on the inside of the 13 car. As they come up to 1st and 2nd, everybody kind of bouncing off each other down there. Leacock gets sideways off of turn 4. Leacock going for the lead down into turns 1 and 2. Off of turn 2 gets the jump, and Mike Leacock up to lead. Oh, Ryan Tile smacks the wall off turn 2. Keeps her going straight. Wayne Farnham now up into 2nd spot at the 66. He's got James Everett in the 19 right on his back bumper as they all work underneath the 71 of Bartlett. Here comes Templeton now. He'll take the 4th spot, dropping Bartlett back to 5th. James Everett going for 2nd spot as they exit off turn 4. Mike Leacock opening up about 3 car lengths over James Everett right now as they work for turn 3. Closing up on him just a little bit. James Everett breaks away from Farnham in the 66. He's got 2nd spot. Templeton now trying the outside of Farnham as they exit turn number 2. Templeton trying to get a run on the outside. Meanwhile, Steve Alone working the outside of Barry Bartlett as they head for 3. That's the battle for 5th spot. Mike Leacock continue to lead, but here comes Everett in the 19, closing in. We got good scrambles back in the pack. Bobby Baldwin off the pace in the 57 for a moment. Templeton working the outside line, looking for that 3rd spot as they go into turn 3, and off of 4. Looks like he has it now. Steve Alone, meanwhile, has taken the 5th spot away from Barry Bartlett. The final transfer spot right now being held by the 03 of Nelson. He's got Bobby Baldwin just behind him. White flag, I believe, coming out this time. Yes, white flag is out as Mike Leacock trying to hold off James Everett here. So headed to turn number 1, a little bump and a little bang in there. Down the backstretch, into turn 3. Oh, Gary Templeton just had a motor let go. He's trying to hold on to it. Everybody else going to make it through. Leacock finishes first, Everett second, third spot to Farnham, fourth spot to Alone, fifth spot going to Butland in the 38. I believe Templeton will be credited with the 6th spot. 7th spot, Bartlett and Nelson with the final transfer spot, but unfortunately it looks like Templeton's motor
has to load it on the trailer, then that'll actually move Bobby Baldwin up into a qualifying spot.
Barbershop among the sponsors. Jack Terhune in the 46. He's out of Tampa in the 8A Lifetime Muffler Special. Jack Boswell and Chet Senikosoff rounding out the field. Chet in the other Gulf Coast Auto Mart Special. Whoa, the 69 of Newsom getting way higher. He comes back down. Everyone able to make it by, and he'll drop all the way to the tail end of the field. Meanwhile, Mike Walsh continues to lead in the 42. Bruce Carver in second. Summers is third. Niemiller in the 56 holding fourth. He knocks the 26 out of the way, trying to go down to the inside at turn 2. Jim Hull in the 80 car runs in the 5th spot. 6th spot is McCool's 7th spot. Charles. Now the battle for the final transfer spot between Jack Terhune and the 15 of Chet Senikosoff. Summers in the 26 looking for the 2nd spot as he works to the outside of Bruce Carver. Battle for second as they come back to the line, and at the stripe, Summers leading by a car length as they head into turn 1. He'll take the 2nd spot away. Halfway signal is out, halfway in our 3rd heat event for the Auto Trader Street Stocks. Oh, Niemiller to 56 got it loose. Able to hold on to, drops back to 5th. Meanwhile, Summers in the 26 going for the lead off turn number 4. At the line, he has the lead. Summers in the 26 car. The leader now, Mike Walsh in the 2nd spot on the outside. Battle for 3rd and 4th between Carver and McCool as they go down the backstretch. McCool takes over the 3rd spot. Carver back to 4th, and Niemiller now working the outside of Carver for that 4th spot. Big scramble here is you got Hull in there, Scott Charles, Chet Senikosoff stuck up on the outside line. He is losing that transfer spot that he had worked so hard to get up to. White flag going to come out as the black flag was out on the 69 cars. The white flag is out for your leader, Alan Summers. Scrambling still for the final transfer spot. Down the backstretch, McCullough making a move for 2nd spot. Meanwhile, all kinds of scrambles going on. Here they come down the line. It's going to be Summers taking the win. McCullough's 2nd, 3rd to Walsh. 4th is Carver. 5th is Niemiller. 6th spot to the 02. 7th to the P32 of Charles. And the final transfer spot, the 80 of Jim Hool. So, wow.
Did you wonder why I wanted to work in the infield tonight?
She's got paint all over her hands. What are you doing? Green flag is out. Here we go. Mark McKnight in the 34 gets the early jump. Pello in the 81 sliding down to the inside of Larson. He's going to go for the lead in turn 3. Off turn number 4, working that inside line. So far, McKnight able to hold on as they head for turn number 1. He slips up the racetrack just a little bit. Gets it sideways. Hold on. He gets it. Spins up to the high side of the racetrack, and fortunately no contact there. The 98 machine of Reifner also hit spun. He is the one that looks like, yes, the 98 car actually bringing out the yellow flag here. 34 was able to pull away the $98 gift certificate for your green flag is out. Here we go. Pello now the leader in the 81 car. Jay Zolciak up to 2nd in the 68, putting the challenge on. Larson in the 18 car, and Mary Green runs 4th in the 11. She's going for 3rd in turn number 3. Glenn Kelly, they get together. The 18 and the 11 getting together, and the yellow problem there on the start. Everybody, boy, these guys are having some fun out there tonight. Steve Pello keeping his nose clean. He's out front right now. Zolciak trying to close back in. Jay Zolciak and Larson got together, and Zolciak spins. Mary Green has to go to the infield to avoid the incident. She's going to pull back out of the racetrack, but Jay Zolciak not able to get going again here. Now he does. No yellow flag comes out, though. We keep on running. Checkered flag comes out, and Steve Pello in the 81 car will win it. Second spot to Larson in the 58. Third spot will be the 16. Underway. And the 26 of Spencer spins in turn one. Everybody avoids him. See if he can get the car running again. And he does. No yellow flag going to be needed. Marty Dykins going for second spot as Allen slips up. Valdez going to slide by as well. Here comes Moore in the 75. Halfway signals for the leader, Mike Durbin. Dennis Valdez and Marty Dykins running side by side into turn number one. Here's more of the 75 also. Valdez got a little sideways that time off turn number two. Great battle for second, third, and fourth going on right now. The battle for fifth as well between Allen and McKeever in the 65. White flag is out. This is the final lap. Marty Dykins able to hold off Valdez so far as they head down the backstretch into turn three. Close racing as they come back to the checkered flag. It's going to be Durbin followed by Dykins, Valdez, Moore. Fifth spot will go to the 22 actually, because we understand. Next up, Larry Schaub will be driving the Larry's Mechanical number 72, and Billy Mowry driving the 55, the Precision Tool and Mold Southern Tool and Machine sponsored car. As we get set for heat race number one for the Domino's Pizza Open Wheel Modifieds. Renshaw out to the early lead. Here comes Robbins in the 88. Benny Harrison and Roy Hosmer running side by side. Renshaw slips up the racetrack. Look at White up in the high groove of the 1A machine, trying to pass a couple of cars. Meanwhile, Chris Robbins going for the lead. Oh, problems! Ron Isaacs headed into turn number one. The throttle hung wide open, and he hit the wall a ton. Red flag is coming out. Red flag is out on the speedway. The accelerator again hanging wide open, and he went into turn one and up along the wall, came to a stop. Ambulance crew moving over there right now. Dave Westerman is headed over there, and Dave, we do want to make sure the driver, we understand, is telling one of our officials he's okay, but we'll get it.
Yeah, he's moving around in the car and everything right now, but they're just checking him over, going to make sure before he gets out of the car that everything appears to be all right, boys.
I'll tell you what.
Wiped out.
Now, Dave, I was mentioning earlier when Freitas hit the wall in the warm-ups, Street Stock went head on into turn three, and I tell you what, I thought that was hard, but that right there was unbelievable.
Obviously, the catch fences up here did their job, because that car was headed off into the pit area if those things hadn't held up.
So the crew going to work over there to get the cleanup of the fluids on the racetrack, taking their 6 hours of non-day. Las Vegas style entertainment, a bi-level casino with blackjack, roulette, craps, Caribbean stud poker, and slot machines. Plus, there's bingo, karaoke, dancing, drinks, band. Jeff Renshaw continuing to lead with Chris Robbins in second. Roy Hosmer has moved his way up into third. I had a very important meeting with Bonnie Hill, Dave. That's why I was away there for a moment. But anyways, we are back underway. Halfway signal is going to come out this time by. Toby Grenowitz's car beginning to smoke heavily also. That car trailing quite a bit of smoke. Toby Grenowitz on the inside. Meanwhile, they are really stacking it up for the top spot. I believe the black flag, yes, will come out this next time by. 48 is off the pace. Looks like he'll be pulling in anyways. As they come back, Renshaw continuing to lead, but Hosmer making a move to the outside as they head into turn one. And as they do, Renshaw gets sideways, spins down to the infield. Roy Hosmer continuing to lead. Second spot is White in the 1A car now. Chris Robbins third. Fourth spot is the 10 of Benny Harrison. Fifth spot is the 55 of Maury. White flag is out. One more time around. Checkered flag out. Roy Hosmer will win it. White second. Third spot Harris. Fourth spot to Robbins, and fifth spot to the 55 of Billy Mowry. Wild action there in the first heat event for, we understand, coming up at the intermission break.
Man, Howard went into the corner like that car wasn't going to stop either, and he ran right back. I think probably was lucky he did run into the back of Jimmy Thompson's car, because Howard's car looked like maybe the throttle hung up or he didn't have any brakes or something, but he went in there and had a tough run.
Dave, you know, we were wondering why Laverne was so late getting to the track tonight. And this special race coming up, I wonder if it's going to be on cows or something. You know,
I don't know. Maybe he brought a few with him. I haven't checked the parking lot yet. Pretty well used up. They're getting ready to tow it off the track already and clean up crew here.
Luke Hill in the 41, Tommy Overstreet in the 29, Smiling Jack Elsay in the 17, and Rick Martin in the 7. As the green flag is out, here we go. Steve Black with a problem on the start. His car not coming up to speed. Everybody taking evasive action to get around him. Down the backstretch, Thompson out in the lead, Redding in the second spot. Harvey Tripp is third. Battle with Luke Hill as they run side by side down the front straightaway. Very close racing as they head for turn one. Luke Hill trying to make a move. Art Calkins going to look to the inside. Unable to get the bite he needs off turn two. Now he's side by side with Luke Hill in that battle for fourth and fifth spot with Overstreet just behind them. Thompson continuing to lead off turn number two, a car length over Chuck Redding. A couple of car lengths back to Harvey Tripp in that third spot. Art Calkins and now Overstreet and Luke Hill battling side by side. That's the battle for fifth and sixth spot. Rick Martin and Rick Cianci going at it pretty good as well. Halfway signal coming out this time, halfway in our second modified heat event. Nose to tail around the Speedway. The only battle going on, Rick Martin and Rick Cianci, they continue to battle side by side as they head for turn number one. They are having a good little race. White flag is coming out. One more lap to go. Anderson will be the winner. Second to Redding, third spot to Harvey Tripp, fourth spot to Calkins, and fifth spot to Overstreet in the 29 car. That battle between Rick Martin and Rick Cianci. Rick Martin nipping him by about a half a bumper. Good race going on between those guys. Hey, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what could be the front row for the feature in the modifieds? Certified maintenance services. The 88, that is going to be Largo Police Department, sponsored by Largo Auto Body and West Coast Garage. They're after you, Dave. Butch Yancey driving the 48 from the Pinellas County Attorney Bobby Allison Cellular Phone in all-season auto sales. So those are the guys set to go in our 15-lap Gold Shield Top Cop feature event. Rock Hill in the 93 out to the early lead, but here comes Manning, and Manning is awful tough here at Sunshine Speedway. One car out of control on the backstretch. Butch Rumsey in the 5. He's still trying to gather it in. He's got it. He's got it. He's back underway. The 54, Where Are You car starting to drift back in the pack just a bit. Dean Meyer in the 656 up to third, and he is on the move. Rock Hill sliding way high. Here comes Jeff Manning down to the inside. Manning will take the lead down into turn number 1. Myra trying to make the move as well. Dean Myra now up to second spot in the 656 car. Rock Hill third. Yancey now up to fourth spot, and fifth is McAllister in the 54 car. Yancey looking to make a move on Rock Hill as they head for turn number 3. Rock Hill again sliding high off of 4. Here comes the 48 down to the inside. Still unable to make the move. Rock Hill's car is strong down the straightaways, but pushes in the corners. Jeff Manning continuing to lead in the 88 car. Dean Meyer in the 656 trying to keep pace with him. Butch Yancey finally making the move. He'll take the third spot. Rock Hill trying to come back at him. Couldn't do it. Halfway signal coming out this time. Halfway in our Gold Shield feature event. Gets loose off turn number 2. He's trying to save it. Here comes the pack behind him, and he'll still hold on to the 4th spot. Zarenda in the 12 car beginning to make his way through the field, trying to get up into that 5th spot as he works on McAllister in the 54 car. The 27 car off the pace. He's headed to the pit area. That's Scott Wilson. Meanwhile, Myra has closed up on the back bumper of your leader, Jeff Manning, as they work in turn 3 and off of 4. Manning's car got a little loose that time. What a scramble we got for 5th. McAllister, Zarenda, and also the 26 of Mike DeJesus in there. Dean Myra putting the pressure on the 88 of Manning, but that car's slipping and sliding on him right now. Coming in on some lap traffic, the 7 car, Tom Overman, and the 5 car, Butch Rumsey just in front of your leaders. Rumsey's car beginning to smoke. Oh, they've got it scramble down here. Manning going to work down to the inside of both the lap cars, slide up the racetrack. Myra makes it through pretty clean. Had a good run on him there into turn 3. White flag, I believe, yes, coming out this time. One more lap as Jeff Manning continues to hold the lead. Myra right on the back bumper off turn number 2. Manning's car real loose right now. Myra going to go up top. No, he thinks better of it. Dives back down to the inside. Here they come down for the checkered flag. The win will go to Jeff Manning. 2nd spot to Myra. 3rd spot to the 5 machine. Oh, excuse me, he's the lap car. Okay, settle down. Boy, Bonnie Walker's yelling at me up here, Dave. The 48, the 48 car to be the Cruiser Top Cop feature event. That'll be 15 laps as well. That'll be coming up in just a moment.
Let's hear for Jeff Manning. He wins the Shield feature tonight. Let him get the gear off here, get a chance to talk with him for a moment, and give Clyde that trophy so he can. Egile.
Bob Hart's in the 51. Michael Milleron in the 43. Terry Upman in the 22. James Coates in the 16. Terry Laubaugh in the 33. Those are all the drivers that non-flammable Olympic torches right here. It's nice. Okay.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
I won't. All right, green flag is out. We've got a big scramble. Bauer out front early in the 55 car. Then the 77 is Sandy Miner. And they continue to battle off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Whoa, Bauer got smoking the tires there as he tried to slow down going into turn 1. Oh, the 71 gets touched. He's going to go around. Debris flying all over. Gregory Farrell, the 71, the car that got spun, he keeps on going, gets it turned around. He's going to try to keep on going. He's in the infield. We have got a big scramble all the way around the racetrack. Top 3 cars are kind of strung out. Then the 18 car of Stuart Weiss in the 4th spot. He's got Rodney Tower just behind him and a whole host of cars back there battling. 72 cars starting to pull is continue to fall back on the outside line. And we got them stacking up down the front straightaway. Here's a battle for 2nd spot down the backstretch as the 4 car trying to make a move on the inside. Unfortunately, it looks like one of the cars I don't have on my list. A 4 car up into the 2nd spot now and trying to chase down your leader, Jim Bauer. We've got 1 car, the 24, doing some landscaping down through the 18 car getting the black flag. 36 car spins to the infield. Hold on. There you go. He slowed her down. Halfway signal coming out for your leader, Bauer, the 55, but he's got the 4 car right on his back bumper. Actually down to the inside as they try to work around the lap car. The 72 causing a problem. The 4 trying to go to the inside of the 33. Oh, watch it. Oh, they all stack up. Bauer gets into the back of the 4. Here they come down the front stretch. Laverne shaking the stick at him. Oh, they drive down into turn number 1, still bumping and grinding. The 2 leaders banging off of each other. Down the backstretch, the 4 tries to get him in the back. They are having way too much fun. Once again, more contact. Both cars sideways, smoking the tires. Black flag is out on the 55, Dave. Well, Vern Patrick says that's enough of that mess, and the 55 car black flagged. So the 4 is your leader, and I believe the 36 car running in the 2nd spot, and I have neither one of those drivers' names. So that works out real good. car also getting a black flag. He's headed to the pit area. Well, we got them all over the place. The 22 car spinning, coming back out of the racetrack. Everybody keeps on going. Got 1 car in the backstretch trying to get underway. That's the 77 car of Sandy Miner. Wow. white flag going to be coming out this time for your leader in car number 4. I'd tell you his name, but I don't got it. So,
you know what's really bad about this, Rick, is some of these guys spend all their day driving a police cruiser. Oh, man.
What are you trying to say? Well, the checkered flag is going to come out, and Dave, you'll have to find out who the driver is, but car number 4 wins it. I'm trying to look at the roof. I don't know. It's got 3 names on it. Looks like it's got 3 first names and no last names. Because during the Top Cop Charity Challenge, they all take turns driving the same car, just 3 different drivers in different divisions. So we do know the 4 won. So you can find out. Well, Dave, it's intermission time, and we'll have the old drags out, and then we're going to have that special surprise race.
I'm waiting to see what that's going to amount to. We're going to go down and try to give Bronson Speedway a call. We'll see what the Florida Pro's been doing there.
Okay.
It had to have something to do with it because it has famous Greek salads on the side of this thing at Stone Buick, Clearwater Mall. And there he is, Fred Costanza. You seen him out here running a late model with us in the silver number 3.
Well, he had a modified for a while, too. So he
had a modified for a while, and I think he's probably driven well, we'll get him a school bus the next time we have a bus race out here. He says he might do that now. All right, Fred, what police department do you represent? Clearwater Police Department. Did a good job there. I tell you what, I was commenting to Rick, I said some of these guys are trusted with a police cruiser out on a highway day in and day out now. I don't know. Is this just a way to sort of get for some, now I know you drive a race car, okay, but for some of these fellas come out here every so often, is it like, just a chance to get their yayas out a little bit?
Well, I think so, but I think I had to get in it because I've been doing so poorly with the late model.
Okay, hey, you heard it right there from me.
But it's down with Fletcher, and he told me it'll be right when I get it back.
All right, there we go.
I believe, Donnie Hines will be the one he takes on. Donnie Hines in the black pickup truck on the outside. And Mark McElwain will take the first round win. And a Firebird going at it here. Green flag is out. Godby on the inside makes a little move. Janet slips up a bit there. Paul Godby pulls away down the backstretch. And I tell you what, a good little race, and Dave Tennis comes back to get that one. Oh. Down the backstretch, Frank Hill opened up the gap on Mark McElwain. Mark trying to close back in, gets her sideways. Frank gets sideways, and at the line, Frank Hill holds on. Mark McElwain eliminated. Dave Tennis keeping the lead off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Godby unable to close in on him. Dave driving hard into turn 3. Holds on, and checkered flag is out. He ran pretty good up in that high groove. So Paul Godby the next to fall out. Takes us down to our final. Here we go. Frank get a little tight there on the bottom. Oh, Dave Tennis gets sideways. And that'll cost him as Frank Hill goes by on the inside. And down to the checkered flag, Frank Hill will win it. Dave Tennis finishes second.
Winner once again tonight. Frank, we just got word from the tech area that if you keep winning like this, they're going to make you take the fenders off this and run it as a modified.
All right. I'd enjoy that.
Okay. Frank, we're going to let you get in here because, you know, you're going to have to stay out here now because you're going to be involved in this special race that we know really not a whole lot about. But
We know nothing about
We're
it.
about ready to find out.
All we know is about the money. We didn't even know they were racing. It's a surprise. I don't know, has Wayne Bowman ever drove a mule before?
I don't know. He says he's got a couple of cars that were like mules, but
Yeah, one of those bad handling nights. Oh my.
Chad just said if it's going to be a mule race, maybe we had more mules.
Sweet crew member Glenn Peterson for 2 weeks. So good to have you here, Janet. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Well, here we come. Here come the folks from AMC, and let's see what's going on here.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
It's also a happy birthday. Laverne doesn't even have a black flag in his hand. That's how. Oh my goodness. No, no.
All right, pole position down here on the inside.
This looks.
The driver gets in the way.
Or crew chief is gonna push.
Push.
Push. Oh my goodness.
Oh, 2 laps, and you got to go around just the short course here.
And they're supposed to steer them? Oh
So
my
the
goodness.
drivers, you get to steer the wagon because your crew is going to push. 5 for second,
50 for
50
third.
for third.
Yes, Dave.
No ties, you'll do a runoff. Oh.
Get Clyde out of the way, will you? He's going to get
Clyde's
hurt.
got to get some photos here.
Oh,
Okay, Ernie's going to be the one to throw the green when everybody's ready.
This is the AMC Independence Day run, which you're about to witness, folks. You know, Dave, we saw 2 crashes earlier pretty hard. I'm a little worried about this myself.
I think Mike Leacock's already leaking a little oil here. It's water, he said.
I want to see the first one that pits to put a little wedge in it.
All right, we want all you fans to count down
Okay.
from 5. Okay,
right.
Rick, help us out
All
here.
right, here we go, folks.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Oh my
We
goodness.
had one jump the start there, but they're dropping back rather rapidly. Let's see who we got out front. We got Timmy Moore out front. Oh, no start. No start.
Oh.
Start. Oh, hold it.
The only problem is
Take it easy.
Oh, crash! Mike Leacock crashed.
Oh, no.
Oh.
All right, let's all get back to the starting line.
You know what's so bad is they don't realize that they don't get a start.
There was no start, so don't try too hard here.
Oh man. 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go.
There,
We got a good start.
Oh, watch it. Oh, what? Oh,
Oh, man.
that's
this is-
Timmy Moore and
Let's see who.
Mike Leacock is here.
Leading right now, but here's
Oh.
Timmy Moore. Timmy only weighs about 85 pounds soaking wet.
Oh, they
Not a lot of weight there.
heavy contact there. Here comes Bowman. He's making a bid here. Only problem.
Wayne's using the legs out approach here.
Uh-oh, we had one drop out already. David Pletcher. Oh, they're switching.
Oh, they're going to switch drivers over there. White flag is out.
Oh, look at David Pletcher. He's going to try to catch up from the rear of the field.
Timmy Moore.
Timmy Moore's got the lead. Mike Leacock
big
is
lead.
in second.
Leacock second. Bowman hanging on to third.
Oh, here comes David Pletcher. He's made up a couple of positions.
Oh, they've been disqualified for switching drivers.
They don't care. They're
But
having
they're
fun.
just having fun.
Yes. Look at Timmy Moore. They're pacing
Boy,
themselves.
Harvey Tripp is really doing well. Look at this.
Oh, we got
Timmy
another.
Moore with such a big lead, they're just taking it easy.
Oh, come on now. Push it to the line. Come on. Push it. Push it. There you go. There you go. Here comes Timmy
I
Moore.
wanted to try to interview him before they got to the checkered flag. It'll be the first time we've done it. Timmy Moore wins it.
$100 richer.
$100 richer, $75 on the line here. You better push him in here.
Look at Mike Leacock.
That'll be more than Mike Leacock will probably win the rest of the night put together, so let's get him up
Oh,
here.
my.
And he makes it.
And here comes the disqualified group that would have. Bowman's going to finish in third spot.
Well, that's pretty good, Timmy. How about that?
I don't know. You gotta thank him. It wouldn't happen without him.
Yeah, who was the engine behind this wagon here?
Kenny, my brother.
All right, Kenny Moore. Now, what's tougher, pushing one of these or driving a modified?
Breathing right now.
Pushing one of these.
Okay. Timmy Moore wins it. And we'll get some, we got a big banner down here and the folks with the ID4 t-shirts from AMC. Poor Cindy's worn out.
Well, you mentioned Dave had a backup motor in his late really hurt. You have to give him a half-day rest after a false start. Third in the 03. Rounding out the field, starting 24th in car number 48, it'll be Scott Shelton. Gary Templeton, who we saw have the engine problems in the heat race, did not make the call, so Wild Bill Rivard will start scratch on the feature event. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are underway. Out front in the 56. James Hoole in the 80 runs in the second spot. Ed Kidd trying to hold on third. Here comes Crisp down to the inside. Alan Summers in the 26 trying to follow him through. Here's Wayne Farnham making a move in the 66 car. Mike Leacock tucked up on the back bumper there as well. James Everett in the 19. Robert Crisp digging down to the inside of Jim Hoole as they head down into turn 3. Still 2 by 2 all the way from 4th, 5th, all the way back through the field. Good side-by-side racing going on right now. Ed Kidd loses the position to Robert Crisp, who's up to 3rd spot now. Alan Summers making a move into the 4th spot. Here comes James Everett as Crisp goes for 2nd. He'll take 2nd spot off turn 4 from Jim Hoole in the 80 car. Jim trying to guard that 3rd spot now as Mike Leacock making a move down on the inside. He and Farnham run side-by-side off of turn 2. Just behind Ed Kidd in the 6 car. They're going to go down to the inside in turn 3. Jim Hoole up in the high groove slowing down. Little Kidd gets sideways. They're stacking it up. Everybody keeps her straight. Corky Craver and Scott Charles hung up for a minute. Caution flag coming out for the 71 of Barry Bartlett, who spun off of turn 4. So 10th, rounding out the top 10 in the points for the Auto Trader Street Stocks as we get set to go back to the green flag. Back underway, one of the drivers being shown the flag indicating he jumped the start to see if he'd fall back, but apparently it doesn't look like he has, so he'll probably be penalized next caution period. Robert Crisp going for the lead down the backstretch, goes to the inside of Niemiller in the 56. And Robert Crisp, the new leader, is come off of turn number 4. Alan Summers having a good run tonight in the 2nd spot, slides by. James Everett in the 19 is there as well. He's trying to slide by into the 3rd spot, now looking for 2nd down the backstretch. Mike Leacock holding the 5th spot. Wayne Farnham is 6th. Corky Craver 7th. 8th spot, John McCool. 9th spot, Steve Alone. And 10th spot to the 32 is Scott Charles. James Everett again looking for that 2nd spot off of turn number 2. Gets a good run on the inside. And James Everett now up to 2nd in the 19 car. Crisp with a pretty good 4-car length lead as they go down the backstretch. James Everett still runs in second, and Alan Summers having a good run again in third spot. The halfway signal coming out, halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. Meanwhile, some good battling going on between Wayne Farnham and John McCullough as McCullough trying to use the outside line. Corky Craver in the 5 is right there, along with Steve Alone. Wild Bill Rivard has pulled his car to the pit in the infield. Problems on the 10 car. Grimes making a move on Mike Carr in the back, the 00 car. Meanwhile, John McCullough trying to get around Mike Leacock now. McCullough using that outside line. Got the car hooked up pretty good out there. Corky Kramer trying to make a move also, along with Steve Alone. Robert Chris closing in on some lap cars. Bruce Carver in the 71 of Barry Bartlett just ahead. He dives to the inside of Carver in turn 3. James Everett has been able to close in just a little bit, but Robert Crisp got a good running going right now in the 2 car. John McCullough has been able to get around Mike Leacock. That moves him up into the 5th spot, so John McCullough on the move here. The next car in front of him is Nymiller in the 56. 5 laps to go, 5 to go. The Auto Trader Street Stock feature event. 19 car, 48 car blew down here. We got the 19 car blowing in the other end. So motor problems for the 48 of Shelton and also for the 19 of James Everett about the same time as they entered the corners. And we got, so we go. What do we got? We have 15 laps complete, 5 to go. Down the backstretch, still Robert Crisp out front with Alan Summers in the 2nd spot. Here comes John McCullough. That caution to break for him, able to close it. Moves underneath Nymiller right there. He'll take over to the 3rd spot. Now right on the back bumper of Alan Summers. Slipped a little bit off turn 2. Now he closes in down the backstretch again. Corky Craver running in the 5th spot. He's putting the pressure on Nymiller now, and he's got Steve Alone just behind him. Side-by-side battle between Pat Grimes and Scott Charles. That's the battle for 7th and 8th right now. Nymiller slipped off the corner. That allows Corky Craver to go by on the outside, so Craver up to 4th spot now. White flag is out, final lap. Down into turn number 1, John McCullough trying to make a move on Alan Summers for 2nd spot. Robert Crisp out front right now. Looks like he's got this one locked up as he come off turn 4. Robert Crisp takes the win. John McCullough comes in for 2nd. 3rd to Alan Summers. 4th spot to the 5 of Corky Craver. And 5th spot to the 20 of Steve Alone. So Robert Crisp picking up the win in car number 2. Jackson's Auto Body, Bennett Auto Sales, GCI, Bandit 2 Videos, and Rocket Ship Motorsports sponsors on his car. With the direction of Dave Westerman, who has no idea what he's doing. No, just look at that. Dave even knows how to wave a checkered flag. That's your first ever checkered flag, I bet.
Way out of the car here. Another win this year for the Rocket Ship Motorsports team. That's it for Robert Crisp, everybody. Well, there's were trying to run him over in the pit area earlier tonight, but he got over that. And now back in victory lane again. Last week you were telling me, I got a brand new sponsor. He said, you got to mention them. I say, well, tell me what they're all about. He said, well, I don't have any idea, but boy, I sure like them.
I really don't know who they are, really. My old man got them for me and everything, and they helped out a lot. And it's nice to have them on board. Like, I think Wayne Jefferson, though, he's the one been getting the thing set up for me and stuff. Jackson's Auto Body and Bennett Auto Service, getting it to the front.
I think you've picked up more wins than anybody so far in the Auto Trader Street Stock class this year, so more power to you. You guys are running good.
So hopefully we can get a few more before the season's over with.
All right. Well, why don't you go over there and get your picture taken?
Thanks.
All right. Rockin' Robert Crisp, everybody. Take the checkered flag with you, too, Robert. He was going to get really good.
He doesn't like it.
Hey. There you go, Clark.
Watch that 04 car. That's the guy to watch.
Yeah, Tom, I talked to him in the pits a little while ago, and he wanted to make sure we said special mention, special hi to all the kids from the Tampa Children's Home, so we're glad you're here. Tom says he's going to do his best for you tonight.
For the feature will be the 98 of Scott Reifner. Everybody else is on the Speedway. 20 cars set to go for 20 laps. And the One Stop Auto Parts mini stock feature event. Green flag is out, and here we go. Down into turn one, Pillow in the 81 leads it early off of turn number 2. Zimmerman holding on to second in the 47. Bud Spencer in the 26, and then the 65 of Chris McKeever in that 04. Tom Meyer hung up on the outside line. That's not the place to be. Tom trying to find a way to get down there, but Jay Zolciak sliding beneath him. He'll take over the 5th spot on the inside line. Well, actually hasn't done it so far as everybody's stacking them up 2 by 2. Tom Meyer stuck behind the 26 of Bud Spencer, going to try to go 3 wide for a moment. Thinks better of it, ducks back down to the inside. Marty Nikens is there, though. The door closes up on him. He's hoping the 26 will drift up the racetrack. So far, has not done it. Zimmerman trying to hold on a second, gets a little bump for McKeever. Say, come off of turn number 4. Zimmerman slips up the racetrack. Here comes McKeever down to the inside. He'll bring Marty Nikens along in the 70. Also Jay Zolciak there in the 68. As they all scramble in behind the 47. Dennis Valdez down through the speed bumps to avoid contact with Mackie Mongold in the 22. Mary Green in the 11 off the pace. She heads to the pits. The 04 of Tom Meyer trying to get down to the inside line. Almost had it, but now Timmy Moore down to the inside. So he's stuck up in that high line, losing a lot of spots. Meanwhile, Steve Pello out front in the 81. He has opened up a huge lead over Chris McKeever. Marty Nikens is 3rd. 4th spot, Mackie Mongold, and 5th right now, Dennis Valdez in the 40 as the black flag being shown. Black flag on the 68. He has something. It looks like a right rear shock dragging on the racetrack. The right rear shock is broke on the 68 car. That ought to be a handful out there. Looks like the mount may have came unwelded or something there on the 68. He is receiving the black flag once again. You can see that dragging as he goes into turn 1. He pulls it up on the high groove. Everybody making their way underneath down the backstretch. Meanwhile, battle for that 2nd spot between Chris McKeever and Marty Nikens. Marty making the move on the outside line, and Nikens in the 70 car up to 2nd. Mackie Mongold going to try to make a move on the outside. Here comes Larson in the 58 car, though. Zimmerman in the 47 is spun. The caution will come out for Zimmerman in turn number 4. Green flag coming back out. Here we go. Ronnie Larson up on the outside, getting a jump on Mackie Mongold that time on the restart. Marty Nikens now closed up on the back bumper of Pillow in the 81 car. Larson in the 58 going for the 3rd spot now as he works around Chris McKeever into turn number 1. Marty Nikens in the 70. He's trying to make a move on Steve Pillow in the 81 car as they go to turn 3. Larson closing in as we speak. Off turn 4, Pillow trying to guard that inside line. And Marty Nikens had to get on the binders. They exit off turn number 2. Nikens' car slips just a little bit. Durbin has spun. He's back down to the infield. Now we got the 34 and the 47 spun in turn number 4. Every One Stop Auto Parts mini stock feature event. Green flag comes back out. Here we go. Marty Nikens closing up on the back bumper of Steve Pillow in the 81 car. Here comes Larson down to the inside. Nikens trying to guard that spot. They bump together just a little bit off turn number 4. Marty Nikens now going to be forced to do everything he can to try to hang out on the outside line. Nikens battles off of turn number 2. They're still side by side. Steve Pillow in the 81 continues to lead. Those 3 cars battle. This time Larson pulls up just a little bit, bumps into Nikens on the inside. Larson now takes over the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Chris McKeever and Mackie Mongo got a good battle going on for 4th and 5th, along with Valdez and McPhail going on at 6th and 7th. So a lot of scrambling going on there. Steve Pillow continuing to lead in the 81, holding the inside line. Larson trying the outside right now, and it's still awful slick out there from all the motors being blown here earlier in the evening, and so it's awful slick out there. Larson doing everything he can. The car slipping and sliding that time off turn 4. Marty Nikens trying to slip back down to the inside as they exit off turn number 2. We got another car spinning. Gary Allen to the 45. See if he can get it restarted, and he can. A yellow flag going to come back out. The yellow flag coming out with 14 laps complete. 14 complete. All right, here we go. Green flag back out with 6 laps to go. The 34 to 47 who involved earlier in another caution have brought it out once again. McKnight and Zimmerman. All right, here we go. Get set to go back. Still 6 laps to go as the green flag comes out. Larson looking to make that move, that patented move off turn number 2, and it looks like it's going to work once again as he goes into turn 3. Larson back into the, up into the lead now. The 58 car gets sideways off of 4. Steve Pillow drops back to 2nd. Marty Nikens in 3rd. Chris McKeever has 4th, but Dennis Valdez really working him over. Oh, Tim McPhail and Mackie Mongo will get together. But Mackie able to hold on to it and continues to run in the 6th spot with Tim McPhail working the outside line and Moore in the 75 just behind him. Timmy Moore and Tim McPhail got together a little bit there off of turn number 4. Dennis Valdez trying the outside line on Chris McKeever as they go down the backstretch. Marty Nikens trying to close in and battle Steve Pillow for that 2nd spot. Close the door. Checkered flag coming out this time by. It'll be Ronnie Larson picking up yet another win. The battle at the line going to the 70 of Marty Nikens. 3rd spot to the 81 of Steve Pillow. 4th spot going to the 65 of Chris McKeever, and 5th spot to the 40 of Dennis Valdez. So Ronnie Larson does it yet again here in the mini stock division. He is on a roll, no doubt about that. Tell you what, we got a bunch of prizes to give away, Dave. We got side battling going on in that. That it was, and there he is. Ronnie Larson is pulled into victory lane.
Yes, it's like something like number 9 or 10 this year.
It's a bunch.
Like 9, right? I think, yeah, he's not 9.
He stopped counting. Late models are coming up next for their 30-lap feature event as soon as Dave gets done with the interview.
Yeah, Ronnie's about ready to get out of the old teal T-bird down here.
He's got to get his hat on. Oh, we don't have it on. Okay. There he is, Ronnie Larson, everybody.
Ronnie Larson, all right, Ronnie, good run again tonight. Boy, that car just handled so good coming off a 2 over there, I tell you. You know, Frank says before you get paid tonight, you got to pay your rent on Victory Lane.
That's all right. I'll pay rent every night if I can be here.
I tell you, looking good. You bided your time, use those caution flags to your advantage again. I tell you what, they're battling. They're getting tougher every week, though, aren't they?
Yeah, it's getting real tough. Can't just, you got to take your time and pick them apart.
Well, you're well on your way to the point championship. You got to feel real happy about that. And all these wins this year, I think you're really the winningest driver here at the Speedway this year. So congratulations to you once again. Keep up the good work. This car just, I tell you what, I think even Rick Bristol maybe could drive this car to a win every once in a while.
Probably could. It handles pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. He's a man of a whole lot of words.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Oh, we're having fun tonight. Ronnie Larson, everybody, he's your winner. Give him a big hand again.
Well, Dave, we're going to give away these prizes real quick before the late models get going here. So get out those yellow ticket stubs. And again, these are 3 more hats that you can pick up down at the AMC Theater table down there. Ticket number 803567. James Houle, driver of car number 80 Street Stock. He'll be 28 years old on Monday. We had 28 years old for John Wachtel on Friday. We got 28 for Jim Houle.
We'll keep the light on for you.
Okay, thanks, Tom. All right, field bunching up on the backstretch, set to go. Andy Word and Billy Bechtelheimer set to bring us down for the green flag. Green flag is out, and we are racing in the late models. Rick Kramer very slow in the 0-2. Billy Bechtelheimer sliding way high. Somehow or another really didn't impact the wall very hard, spun it around. Everybody else taking evasive action. Watch it. All right, field bunching up once again, looking for the green flag. We are underway. Andy Worden's car slipping off turn 4. Billy Bechtelheimer gets a pretty good little jump that time into turn number 1. Off turn number 2, Billy will have the lead down the backstretch. Andy Worden on the inside, battling side by side with Donnie Stanford in the 68 car. Stanford got way high that time. Trying to get around the 18 car, has not been able to do it so far. Brian Campbell with the 96 running side by side with Johnny Stanford in the 69. Andy Worden's car broke loose a little bit that time off turn number 4. Andy Worden doing a pretty good job right now, holding on to that second spot. Sammy Conkey trying to climb in here on the inside line. He's tucked up behind the 96 of Brian Campbell. Brian now pulls up alongside Donnie Stanford in the 68 as they try to get work down to the inside line. Billy Bechtelheimer, meanwhile, has opened up a couple of car lengths on second place Andy Worden. Still Brian Campbell and Donnie Stanford side by side. Sammy Coghill and Johnny Stanford. Here's Wayne Bowman in the 57 of David Pletcher moving into it as well, along with Buddy Kelly and Brian Leverock. We talked about this one being a good one, and I'll tell you what, the battle for second back to the field is a dandy. Andy Worden now opened up a little bit of an advantage into turn 3, but now it goes away. Sammy Coghill right there. Sammy Coghill bolting through the field. He works up on the inside of Brian Campbell. They touch. Sammy going to go try the outside now as they head down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Watched everybody else try it. Yellow flag going to come out for the 23 of Dave Schwindeman in turn number 1. The yellow flag out. Green flag back out. Boy, they're raring to go there. Down the backstretch, Sammy Coghill making a move on the outside. Billy Bechtelheimer trying to hold on. Sammy Coghill up to the second spot now as they go down the backstretch. Sammy Coghill looking to cut down to the inside off of turn number 4. Bechtelheimer able to hold the groove. Now Sammy going to go high in turn number 1. Coghill up on the high side of the racetrack down the backstretch, bidding for the lead in turn number 3 now. Meanwhile, Brian Campbell and Wayne Bowman going after the 18 of Andy Worden. Andy's car again slipping and sliding off turn 4. Coghill right behind Billy Bechtelheimer again as they exit turn 2 and down the backstretch. Now once again tries the outside line. Sammy Conkill, slips it sideways off turn 2 and nearly broke it loose. Able to gather it back in, and the caution out for the second time for the 23 of Dave Schwindeman. He was turning the... All right, green flag back out as we've got 10 laps complete, 20 to go here on our late model feature event. Conkill back at the assault on the 6 car. So look for that lean down into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Brian Campbell going to try the high side on him. Worden in the 18 car. Worden driving him up the track just a little bit as they head into turn number 1. They bump and bang. Sammy Conkill going down to the inside of Billy Bechtelheimer. Down into turn number 3. Conkill with the inside line. Now we got it side by side. First, second, third, and fourth all right there. Conkill now up to the lead in the 22. Bechtelheimer back to second spot. Andy Worden continues to hold on to third. Brian Campbell, though, this time has a little advantage now as they work off turn number 4. Got a good bite that time. Campbell doing everything he can to try to get around the 18, and the 18 drifts up the racetrack, gets into the side of the 96. Everybody else stacked it up, trying to get around, and Brian Leverock looks like he may have broken some front-end suspension parts on the 5 cars. Underway, and the 56 of Overstreet jumped several cars on that restart, so he'll get the consultation flag from Laverne Patrick. Also the 98 of Dockin passing on the inside, so they'll both be penalized next time caution comes out. Halfway signal is out, 15 down, 15 to go. Bechtelheimer and Bowman battling side by side for second spot. Bowman on the outside into turn 3, and Bowman up to second spot now, and he'll try to chase down Sammy Conkill. Meanwhile, David Pletcher working the outside line. He's up alongside Johnny Stanford in the battle for the 5th spot. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3. David Pletcher working the outside line, pulls up on the back bumper of Donnie Stanford now. Donnie driving high into the corner. David Pletcher that time lost a little bit of distance off of turn number 2. Again, pulls up alongside a Stanford car. Donnie Stanford looking to the outside of Billy Bechtelheimer that time. That'll open up the door for Johnny on the inside. David Pletcher tucks back into the line. He's got Kelly just behind him, along with Rob Elting in the 27 and John Wachtel in the 45, and Elting slamming the door in turn number 1. David Pletcher hemmed up in behind Johnny Stanford. Meanwhile, Wayne Bowman has reeled in your leader, Sammy Conkill. Bowman right on the back bumper. Conkill guarding the inside line. Bowman going to have to try to look to the outside. He'll take a look in turn 3. Bowman pulling alongside for a moment, but then fell back a little bit as David Pletcher now has worked the outside line and has passed 3 cars in that last couple of laps. He is now up to the 3rd spot in the 57. A long way, though, to chase down the top 2. Johnny Stanford gets around Billy Bechtelheimer. Donnie Stanford got into the back of him for a moment going into turn number 1. Meanwhile, Wayne Bowman continues to work on Sammy Conkill and banged on the back of him coming off of 4 that time. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Here goes Bowman looking to the outside. As they come down, 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining as they come down. Bowman trying to make a move on the outside. Conkill doing everything he can on the inside. A lap car up ahead may come into play here. 4 laps to go as they come by this time. Conkill continues to hold the spot. Meanwhile, Johnny Stanford has reeled in David Pletcher in the battle for the 3rd spot. 3 laps to go this time. Sammy Conkill showing some sparks out the right rear of the 22 car. Has been able to hold on so far. Very, very slow in the corners. Here comes Bowen again. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go, and Wayne Bowen in the 74 car going to try the outside. It's the only place to go right now. As Sammy Conkill is guarding the inside line. As they come off this time, the white flag is coming out. And we got a scramble going on for 3rd and 4th as well. Conkill able to hold him off down the backstretch. He'll have one. Oh, he gets into the lap car. Bowman trying to pull to the outside. Checkered flag is going to come out. It's going to be Sammy Conkill winning it. 2nd spot going to the 74 car of Wayne Bowman. 3rd spot going to the 57 of David Pletcher. 4th spot to the 69 of Johnny Stanford. And 5th spot to the 68 of Donnie Stanford. So Sammy Conkill puts the number 22 into victory lane. Stone Buick GMC, Diamond Paint, dependable drive shaft among the sponsors on the number 22 car, and he held on for the win. Bit of the car because he had a tough time there at the end, kind of holding off, but he did it. Puts it in victory lane, and we'll go down trackside now with Dave Westerman. Dave?
Sammy's going to get a cool drink down here. Everybody's real happy here that's on the crew, that's for sure. Out of your late model feature winner. Sammy, that was a heck of a job of driving tonight. Looked like you were having a good time out there.
Yeah, well, Dave Pletcher built this race car, and they helped us out a lot, and Randy Warren helped us out a lot on the chassis, and me and Terry sat down and talked last week. This is, Terry and Lynn's deal, but I'm driving, and we put our heads together and made a few phone calls and changed the car around. It was pretty good. It needs to be better, though. The 74, Wayne Bowman and Jim Herndon, they were right on our butt, but we did what we had to do.
I noticed the last couple of laps there was a little bit of smoke and some sparks out of the back end. Did you notice anything happening to the car?
No, another thing, I wasn't worried about it.
All right, Sammy Conkill, everybody. He's your winner tonight. The late models?
Hey, I'd like to thank all my fans. I know it's been a long time. Hopefully we're back.
All right, Sammy Conkill, everybody. We'll get Sammy down here for some pictures, and Rick, you might as well get to that lineup for these Domino's Pizza Modifieds.
Well, Dave, remember the old days and the old street stock feature events when Benny Harris and Jimmy Thompson started side by side? Sammy's got enough energy left in him.
Oh, yeah. Sammy always drove.
Well, Wild Bill will start 4th, and let's see. Randy Larson starts way back in 13 on the front row. Alrighty, here we go. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Down into turn number 1, still side by side, Benny Harris and Jimmy Thompson. Benny gets the jump off turn number 2. He'll take the lead into 3. Jimmy Thompson 2nd. Robbins is in the 3rd spot. Harvey Tripp trying to hold on to 4th. Dino Ramito in the 6 is there, along with Chuck Redding in the 75 car. Steve Black in the 64 going to rejoin the field. He'll be 1 lap down. Dino Ramito drifted up the track into Chuck Redding. That causes a stack up down the backstretch, and Luke Hill, Art Calkins, and now Tommy Overstreet gets pinned into the wall on the backstretch. All right, green flag coming back out. We're going to try it again here. 2 laps complete, 18 to go. Toby Grunowitz again showing the smoke in the 48 car. I'll be watching that closely. We've had enough fluid on the Speedway tonight. Roy Hosmer making a move on Dino Ramito down into turn number 1, and Roy Hosmer now up into the 5th spot. In car number 80, he brings Art Calkins along in the 11 car. 1A car going to slide by as well, along with Toby Gernowitz in that 48 car. Dino Romito stuck up in the high line, drifting back in the field. Meanwhile, Hosmer working to the outside of Harvey Tripp. He'll take over position number 4 now. Meanwhile, top 2 cars have opened up their advantage over Chris Robbins in the 88 car, and Jimmy Thompson trying the outside line on Benny Harris. Jimmy Thompson again right on the back bumper of Benny Harris as they exit turn 4. Billy Maury trying to make a move on Larry Shobe in the 72 car. Gets up the racetrack. Art Hawkins slides by on the inside. He'll take over the 5th position. Tom White now up to 6th, and Toby Grenowitz on the inside as well, but that car continues to show smoke. Halfway signal is out. 10 down, 10 to go. Roy Hosmer has gotten around Chris Robbins, and he is closing in on the top 2 as Harvey Tripp is off the pace on the backstretch. Down into turns 3 and 4, very slow in the outside group, but it looks like he'll make it back to the pits. We've got the 48 car letting go. A 48 car of Toby Gernowitz showing a lot of smoke, but he was well up in the groove. The yellow flag is going to come out, though. Yellow flag, everybody. On the gas now, the green flag is out. Closing back in on Jimmy Thompson, battle for the 2nd spot. Oh, Jimmy Thompson way sideways that time off of turn number 4, able to hold on to it, but you don't want to heat up that right rear tire too much. Down the backstretch and into turn 3, Hosmer right there putting the pressure on. Meanwhile, Billy Maury putting some pressure on Tom White, who's caught in behind Art Hawkins and Chris Robbins. They're all stacked up there. 4th through 7th position right there. 5 laps remaining, 5 to go. White now, the 1A car as they battle down the backstretch. 2 lap to go, signal is out. 2 laps remaining. And the white flag now for your leader, Benny Harris in the 10 car. Tom White going to try to get around a couple of folks here on the final lap. They've got the slow car, Jack Alsea, right in the middle of the racetrack. Now pulls up out of the way, but the checkered flag will come out for Benny Harris. 2nd to Jimmy Thompson. 3rd to Roy Hosmer. 4th to Chris Robbins. And 5th at the line to the 11 of Art Calkins. Prize money. Tell him we'll let him talk and he can get excited, but not to scream in the mic. In victory lane here in the Domino's Pizza Open Wheel Modified Feature event. Coming up next, Q Auto Accident Attorney Figure 8 race, and we've got 19 of them scheduled to go in this one. And some of the guys deep in the pack going to be putting on a show. Let's hear it from Benny Harris, everybody, your Modified Feature winner. Dave Westerman, go ahead.
All right. Well, it's been a while, hasn't
Don't
it?
let him scream.
Oh, this is the second one this year in this car. I'm glad everything provided for me. I want to thank God. I want to thank Reliable Septic and Sewer Service. I want to thank Whitey's Transmission. I want to thank Kevin's Cutting, Legendary Logo Wear, Larry Fiegel. I want to thank a real good friend of mine, Jimmy Thompson, to help me get this thing going on top of Rocket Red here. A special thanks to my mom and dad. Love my little nephews here, my little sister. And I want to thank the guy that I think made this possible for me tonight, and that's Doug Paul. He built the motor for it, and I'll tell you what, the thing was sure screaming out there.
All right, so Benny's not screaming, but his car was. Benny, you know, Rick and I were commenting at the start of that race, you were on the pole and Jimmy was on the outside. I said, it looked like the start of an old figure 8 race here a couple years ago.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time in the car, and I'm thinking I'm still in a street stock, and the tires weren't hot, and I went in the corner and just slid over there and hit him. You know, let him know it was going to be rough if he wanted to stay out there.
Oh man, oh man.
Hey,
see the smoke coming out of your
Don't get
ears
no
there,
fire
right?
started down there.
Benny Harris, everybody, your Modified Feature winner.
Hey, Benny, congratulations on your win, and thanks for not screaming in the microphone. We appreciate that. It's coming up next. Fans, here we go. They're on the gas. And tonight's Q Auto Accident Attorney Figure 8 feature event, 15 laps is underway. Wild scramble in the middle of the pack. Oh, we got them banking and bumping into Opel and Thomas all in there. They're all scrambling. Oh, look at the moves up. Oh, man. The 42 of Walsh Farnham is in there. We got the 51 of Mason Love in there. Everybody getting through the intersection. Those cars trying to get back underway. Looks like Farnham gets it underway. No caution flag. Dopel looks like he's got a flat tire on the car, so he'll be headed pit side. Got the bumper dragging on the 51 car. He's getting the black flag.
Why is the pit car pulling out there?
51 stopping on the backstretch. He's out of it. Ron Davis out front, Bruce Carver in second, Wild Bill is in third in the 10. Scott Charles holding on to fourth, and Bob Haynes in the 03 running fifth right now with Mike Leacock right there. And Larson has already moved up past about 4 or 5 cars through that melee there in turn number 3. Bernowskis got some sheet metal dragging on the one car. Actually, looks like a left rear tire flat on that car. He heads pit side. Oh, the 42 of Mike Walsh spins right in front of your leader. Everybody able to make it by. Walsh down in the bottom part of the racetrack. Hopefully he can get that thing refired and get out of the way. We got him strung out pretty good. This could be interesting. And he gets it going. Ooh, just in time. Laverne was getting ready to throw the old flag. Didn't have to. Here comes Walsh down through the intersection waiting for the traffic to clear. He'll do it. It's going to get interesting here in a minute, folks. Here they come down through the intersection. It's starting to get a little wild there at the back of the pack. Art Calkins making a move around a couple of cars. Russo in the 84 and the 69 of Thompson. Thompson gets into the back of Russo. He spins around. He'll slap her back in gear. But he's going to be caught where he's not going to be able to get by. Let's see if he waits. He's going to stop and wait for the field to go by. Jimmy Thompson going to be the odd man out here in a minute. Unless he starts to regain some Speed, oh, look, watch it. You gotta watch those cars. Let's see, here they come. Watch. Oh, watch it. 84 Russo got off into the grass, slowed him up a bit. Here they come again. Now Jimmy Thompson making it through there, and the 89 Ron Davis getting through. It looks like we got the halfway signal out already, halfway. Here comes Davis down through again. It's getting there where Thompson's starting to slide back a little bit. Could get interesting. Here they come down through the intersection. He's going to make it next time by. Could be a little too close for comfort. Let's see what happens. Davis just now getting ready to enter. Here they come just now down through the intersection. Watch it. It's going to get close. This time here, let's see what happens. You got two cars running right there. Ron Davis going to thread the needle. Watch. Oh, my goodness. Mike Walsh causing your leader to slow up quite a bit there. See what we got this time. Wayne Farnham coming back out. Here comes the 42 down through. Watch. He gets on the binders. Going to try to thread. No, he doesn't. Here they come back down through the intersection. Oh, Walsh may have had the car stall there in the intersection. Watch it. Yeah, it looks like Walsh is unable to get the car into gear. Laverne trying to wait as long as he can, but not a good situation. Oh, he gets it in reverse. Maybe he can back it out of the way. Trying to get it back into four. Oh, watch it. There's a car back there. The 5 going to get in there and maybe give him a push. Let's see what they do here. Gives him a shove through the intersection. Gets him over out of the way anyways. Got him over out of the way. We can keep on going. We only got 2 laps to go now. Oh, watch it. Ooh. Also unable to get his car into gear, it looks like. Here they come down through the intersection. Jimmy Thompson will make it through that time. White flag is out. Just one more lap to go. Here they come down through the intersection. Jimmy Thompson makes it through. Now one more crisscross before the checkered flag, but Wild Bill Rivard putting some pressure on. Here they come down through the intersection. He has to let up just a little bit, but Ron Davis wins it. Wild Bill finishes second. Third spot to the 34, Bruce Carver. Fourth spot to Bob Hage, and fifth spot, Mike Leacock. That is unofficial, but it's pretty close to official because I saw it. But anyways, he almost crashed into the sweeper truck. So we still have our Victory Lane interview to go before we say goodnight.
Here at the Victory Lane with Ron Davis leading all the way tonight. There he is out of the car, Ron Davis. And boy, Ron, it's been a long time for you, too.
Wait a minute, Dave. Wait a minute.
What?
All these folks are right here. Come on, put your hands together for Ron Davis as you're making your way out. Come on, there you go.
All right,
I thought they all fell asleep there for a minute. I just want to make sure.
Well, what do you think about that? With the luck you've been having lately, you're bound to get one.
Well, I'm glad to see somebody else noticing that. But yeah, it's been about 16, 17 weeks since I've been in this winner's circle, which is not good to be here.
It seems like every night there seems to be like a flat tire or something happens. You get turned around early and you're trying to come back from behind. And of course, when those kind of things happen, then you sort of move up a little farther in the starting lineup. You moved about as far up as you could get tonight.
I couldn't get any farther. I mean, when you start on a pole, you're supposed to win. That's my opinion. I mean, if you don't win, you're doing something wrong. But, you just got to hang in there. The pole is a tough place to start. Because you feel like you got to win. And when you feel like you have to. It just makes it a little tougher sometimes.
Well, you went on ahead and won anyway tonight, so there you go. You made it.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, Ron Davis, everybody. Let's get in there and get some pictures.
Well, congratulations,
Yeah.
Ron. Smiling Ron Davis. I went up to him one time after he'd been in a crash, and he still had a smile on his face.
Yeah, Ron wants to say one more thing here.
Okay, say one more thing, Ron.
There's a little boy who's got cerebral palsy, and he just got out of the hospital yesterday. I'd like to dedicate this race to Joe Stanton, little guy. We'll get him back together. He'll be back out here. Thank you.